A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very dangerous man that has that under voluntary control. That's a quote from Jordan Peterson, and I think it ties into the Stoic thoughts about living a life of virtue. That there's a big difference between a man who is good because he chooses to be versus a man who is good because he has no other options. I'm reminded of this Tiger Woods scandal from back in the day, where he had like 10 girlfriends or however many it was while he was married, and everyone was talking about it. I recall a radio host saying, "Thanks Tiger for giving the rest of us real men a bad name." And even as a kid, I was sitting there thinking, this guy doesn't have the ability to have 10 girlfriends in his entire life, never mind all at once. He wasn't better than Tiger Woods because he didn't cheat. He just never had the option to cheat available to him. There's a big difference there. There's a quote from Seneca talking about the first men and their closest to nature and virtue. They had yet to wear embroidered clothing, and had yet to have gold woven into robes, or even mine it. But the fact remains that their innocence was due to ignorance and nothing else. And there is a world of difference between, on the one hand, choosing not to do what is wrong, and on the other, not knowing how to do it in the first place. He's saying essentially that these people were good people who followed nature, but only because they didn't know any better. Going back to the Tiger Woods story, I've seen many good men get a crumb of an opportunity to cheat on their spouses and go for it without hesitation or doubt. It's not that they're better than Tiger Woods, it's that the opportunity isn't there. They aren't choosing to be virtuous, they just don't have an easy way not to be. In my opinion, it's better to strive and struggle and understand your vices and exercise virtue over them, even if you're not perfect all the time. You're not virtuous because you never go on vacation away from your wife. You're virtuous if you can go away, have the opportunity to cheat, and not do it. Nature does not give a man virtue. The process of becoming a good man is an art. Seneca. Now, I'm not saying that Tiger Woods did the right thing. I'm saying that just because the people criticizing him didn't do what he did, doesn't make them virtuous or better, as virtue is an art. And one final quote here from Seneca. Virtue only comes to a character which has been thoroughly schooled and trained and brought to a pitch of perfection by unremitting practice. We are born for it, but not with it, and even in the best of people, until you cultivate it, there's only the material for virtue, not virtue itself.